Learning how to manage money is, in my opinion, one of the most important things we should all learn in life. Yet, they don't teach us that in school or anywhere else. But it is still expected for people to know what they need to do with their money, right? Still, I assume they want us to learn the hard way, struggling. Yes, there are some very popular rules such as the 50, 30, and 20 rule, but I believe that this rule does not work for everyone, even though it can be kind of a guide for many. But before starting to understand how to manage money and be able to save and invest for the future, I believe you should first understand what is your goal or your why, because believe me, it will be easier and way more fun when you work for something that you want to achieve and not save money to save money just because you were told to. Once you have a goal, it is easier to enjoy the process. Now, one of the most, if not the most important thing with money is to understand where your money is going, as you always want to have less expenses than income, meaning that you want way more money coming in than going out, which is why many like to talk about living frugally or living below your means, and why many use the 50, 30, and 20 rule. But before explaining why I believe that that rule does not work for everyone, let's talk about the rule. This 50, 30, and 20 rule is mostly used for budgeting and how to distribute your paycheck once you get paid every single month, as it is important to understand where the money is really going. Well, basically the 50 is meant for your 50% of your needs, as you should only spend 50% of your monthly after-tax income on your needs such as housing, healthcare insurance, utility, food, minimum debt payment, and transportation. So basically things that you cannot live without every day. Many may argue that you could live without paying that minimum debt payment, but believe me that even though you can, that will bring you a lot of problems in the future and you will end up struggling even more. Then the 30 is your 30% of your after-tax income, which is meant for wants, something that you desire but you can definitely live without it, such as clothing, electronics, dining out, your hobby, vacations, entertainment, and many more. And then the last 20 is 20% of your savings, investing, and paying off debt. So basically saving for your emergency fund, investing in your 401k and Roth IRA or any of your retirement accounts, and then paying off any bad debt. So after you paid your minimum payment as a need in the 50% at the beginning, if you have any bad debt such as credit card debt or any debt with an interest rate of over 5%, then I would encourage you to pay off that debt before investing, because if you have an interest rate of 5%, you need to make way more than 5% in your investments in order to be able to pay off that debt and still be profitable. The thing is that I believe that even though this is a rule of thumb for budgeting and to start saving and getting better with money, I believe it is still not for everyone. For example, if you're a person that makes 10K a month, you might be able to save and invest way more money than the 20% or spend way less than 50% in your needs. But if you are a person on minimum wage, it might be really hard to spend only 50% on your needs. Yes, this rule could help many start understanding better how money works and how to manage money, but I don't believe it should be the only thing you rely on, as oftentimes your real lifetime spendings is not 50, 30, 20. So what should you do? Well, remember I said that the most important thing is that you should have way more money coming in than out? The first and most important thing when you are trying to save money or budgeting is to track your expenses. You need to know where your money is going so you can reduce your unnecessary expenses. You need to track everything that goes in and everything that goes out, and then you will be able to start making decisions and smart decisions where you could cut off your expenses. Talking about that, one of the things everyone on YouTube and online talks about is that you should cut your expenses, save a lot of money, and invest for your future. But no one tells us that we should actually focus even more on increasing our income instead, because there is just so much money that you can save monthly if you don't increase your income, and that will stress you out when you are not able to save even more than you already are. See, I believe it is very important to enjoy life. Yes, it is definitely important to save and invest and have an emergency fund. But I believe that if you find joy on traveling or eating out with friends once a week, then you should not feel obligated not to do that because you need to save and invest money because you're being told to. Yes, obviously we should have a limit and not eat out every day, because you will not only spend a lot of money, but it is also very unhealthy. But if you really find joy in that, then you should focus on increasing your income instead of cutting out things and save more, because what is the use of saving and investing if you are not happy and you can't enjoy it? With the pandemic, we all learned that tomorrow is never promised, and that even though we should plan the future and save for it, we should also enjoy today. If you really like going out for a $5 coffee every day because it helps you to connect with new people, meet new people, do networking, or even feel more motivated with your work and life, then it could actually be worth it for you, and that is something no one talks about. They just tell you that you can't drink that $5 coffee daily because you will be broke. Because if you invest that $5 daily right now, in 40 years, if you invest smartly, you will have $500,000. Detailed budgeting is very, very hard, and in my opinion, you might not need to do that. Yes, it's excellent if you are on a tight income right now, or you are saving for a specific cost like a new investment or new rental property, or even a vacation that you want to go to by the end of the year. I believe that the way we should manage our money is just by organizing ourselves. Once we start learning how to manage money, everything we find online is that you should live frugally, not spend any money on anything you like if it is not necessary, even if you enjoy it. Just save and invest so you can enjoy the future. But what about today? Do we really need to work our ass off 24/7 and don't enjoy life until we retire? Do we really need to find a 9-to-5 job and save until we are 65 to enjoy life? No. We should not wait to retire to enjoy life, but we should definitely do it smartly. If you really like to travel or eat out, include that on your monthly budget and cut other expenses like a new unnecessary phone every year, or a new car every 3 years, or going out shopping for clothes every single week. Instead, invest or save that money, or spend it on your $5 daily coffee if you find joy in it. Because again, tomorrow is never promised. And even though I do believe it is very, very important to plan it out and save money and invest to be a millionaire, or if you want to travel the world at 40, or to achieve the goal that you have, you should also enjoy the process. Because if you enjoy the value of the process of getting there, you will get there faster.